everyone, and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character exterior by me, so let's get into it. Child. Child can actually cook, and he's very skilled at taking care of himself and others. So when you get sick, he more than knows what to do. He gets you the medicine you need, takes you to a doctor, even as insignificant it might be. And also, he would cook for you, make you healthy foods and all. And he will insist that you eat them. He will even feed you his soup if you feel tired or lazy. And in return, you will get kisses. Which is honestly a lot nicer than what I'm going through because I'm sick and no one's doing this for me. Anyway, he'd set an alarm every 2 hours when he needs to go to sleep, just to wake up and check up on you, see if you have fever or if you need him for anything. He will not hesitate to stay up all night just to watch over you or make you warm drinks if that's what you want. He's very, very good at taking care of you, and you'll be better in no time with Child by your side. He'll also put everything he's working on hold because the Child, he comes first before everything else, and so did your health. Albedo. Albedo will probably have potions for this. I mean, he got sick a lot when he first went to Dragonspine, and he's used to dealing with illnesses on his own. But when you get sick, he immediately takes you back to Mondstadt. He's very worried about you, but he doesn't show it. And most importantly, he's just really nervous, asking if you're okay and if anything happened. Because sometimes you can get really weird illnesses from Dragonspine, so he's hoping it's just a normal one. Thankfully, it wasn't much, and he was able to take care of you just fine. Most of the time, he stayed by your side and read you books or stories, stroking your hair gently and trying to put you to sleep when you couldn't. Sometimes, it was very tiring, and even though your body was sore and you were exhausted, you were just in too much pain to sleep. So he would stay there, trying to soothe you until the painkillers worked or whatever potion he gave you. He's really trying his best. And he will keep trying with you, and he will not go back to work until you're back and okay. And then he will tell you to take a break. Stay at Mondstadt for a little bit. He doesn't want you getting sick again. Venti. Oh, Venti will be so worried. He doesn't know how to deal with a sickness, mostly because he didn't get sick. But he also didn't know how to deal with one, because you seemed to be really sick and you had no idea what to do. There was medicine, but what medicine did you need? In the end, he gave up and took you to a doctor, and hoped for the best. Thankfully, in the end, Barbara and Jane agreed to help him, and you got well soon. Jane cooked for you, while Venti just stayed by her side and sang you songs and talked to you. He didn't want you getting so bored. He knew that getting sick would just be so torturous. I mean, imagine staying on a bed for all the hours in the day. That would be so exhausting, mentally at least. But it's what you had to do to get better soon. And he was going to be accompanying you until you were ready to go. And until you're rid of the sickness. But for now, he was going to be by your side for every minute of your day, seeing what you need and trying to do whatever he could just to make the pain a little bit more bearable. Kazuha. Kazuha is actually just very good at dealing with this. He has had a lot of people to take care of, especially when he was back in the Resistance and in the Crux. Beta has taught him a lot about it. And now, he doesn't really panic about it anymore. So when you get sick, he knows how to deal with it. And he really takes you to a doctor just, to be safe, even if it's not so bad. And then, he would take you home. And you would be forbidden from doing anything at all. Yeah, no getting up from the bed, except to go to the bathroom. He would be bringing you tea and food all the way to your bed. And he would be asking if you needed anything. Though he would insist that you eat healthy food. He doesn't want you eating stuff that's not gonna help with your sickness. He knows that there may not be the tastiest food around, but it's good for you. And the sooner you get better, the sooner you could eat whatever you want. And also, go around as you wanted to do so with him. So, thankfully, you listened to him. And it's a lot less exhausting, because otherwise you would have been really stubborn had he not given you so many kisses before giving you the food. Though you could argue that that's kind of bad, because you could get sick too, but he's lucky. His immune system is really good. And thankfully, no one got sick, besides you. Scaramouche. Oh, Scaramouche would have no idea what to do. I mean, he's a machine, not an actual human, so he'd still be kind of clueless and worried. So it takes you to a doctor. Of course, not Dottore, because his enemy is Dottore, probably. And he stays by your side. And since he can't cook, he's hired a maid to do all the cooking and the whole tea making process while he just sits by your side. And he doesn't go to his job or anything. He just stays there, watching over you like a guardian angel of some sort, and kisses your forehead, promising you that you'll get fine soon. And he's a little bit dramatic, but it's fine, because you could see how worried he was, and you didn't have the heart to laugh at him. He would be fine. He just found it so funny that he worried so much, and also kind of really adorable. Xiao. Xiao actually did not like it when you got sick because he had no idea how to deal with human sickness. Oh, wow, that was long. Anyway, he'd be extremely worried about you, but he'd have no idea what to do. So, when you do get sick, he will just ask around for the best doctor in Liyue, and you'll pay for them. And you could cook, thankfully, even though it was not the best, but it was good enough. And he stayed by you and told you stories about stuff he did back then, before Charlie even came along. You know, and took him in, sort of. Charlie may not be his actual father, but they did have a father-son relationship, and he will not admit it, ever. But he does admit that Charlie made his life different, and you get to hear a lot of stories that you never expected, which is good. It makes you want to be sick again, if he was going to be so clingy and stay by your side all the time, and tell you all of this. Honestly, it wasn't so bad.